Oh, man.
All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, boys and girls, jits and jit-tets, if you're from Florida. What?
That was Forrest Gump.
Yeah. What it do, what the business is. This is Metanoia Or Nah, the podcast that talks about
the Metanoia Or Nah podcast. Just adding words in the middle for no damn reason.
The Metanoia Or Nah podcast, which is the podcast where we decide if we are going to metanoia or nah. Metanoia is the Greek word for the word repent.
How many episodes before you stop saying it?
I'll never stop saying it because you'll never know who's just joining us for the first time. It's like an orgy.
No, thank you. I'm
good. Might be 10 years later, somebody just feels like swinging.
I'll just do it by myself.
Orgy or nah.
Orgy with a G. Nigga. I'm dolo. Dolo. Solo dolo.
His name is Jerry with a G. My name is Rudy with a D. And
Duty. Spelled that a little wrong, didn't you?
Well, no, it's Rudy with a D. Because you might spell Rudy Rootie or Y.
Who the hell spells like that?
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. That's a
word. That's not a name.
Words are names.
But that's not a name. Nobody's ever named Rudy.
It's the name of a dish. It's literally a name.
Rudy?
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity is literally the name of a dish.
No, you don't know anyone named Rudy or Rootiy or whatever.
Just because I don't know somebody named Ruti doesn't mean
nobody knows. If you know somebody named Rudy with a T, put it down in the comments.
But I'm saying,
guarantee you don't.
But I'm saying, I know,
and not a nickname either.
But I know the name of something that's Ruti, so it's still a name regardless.
Well, I mean, if you get T and get root and put it together, that's root T. Bars.
That's not bars at all.
Should be a battle rapper, son. You should. See how I put that together?
You should go back to school.
Yeah, to be a battle rapper.
Because you don't even know how to spell Ruti.
You don't know how to spell your own name. I'm not Rudy with a D.
Well, Rudy actually isn't my name. It's Ruel.
I know what it is.
It's Ruel.
It's in my phone like that.
It's Ruel?
I think I might have spelled it wrong.
You have Ruel in your phone?
Yeah, Ruel.
That's so weird.
It's your first name, yo. So I have a thing
my mom doesn't even have my name.
But I have a thing where I put names in my phone first and last. I try to put first and last because I have a lot of the similar names.
The nigga who don't even want to be called his real name is out here putting everybody else's government.
It's not that I don't want to be called that. It's because people can't pronounce
Mr.
it.
Jerry with a G.
And it's not with a. It's with a. WITTA.
It's I'm not going to just continue to be illiterate with you, okay?
Yes, you are. Clever.
Metanoia with an M or nah with an N.
Shit, it's going to be 300 episodes. You're going to be, hey, we're in this for life, son.
Hey, can you, can the camera show you kicks? Man, got some fresh kicks on.
Yeah, I got some brand new shoes. Cut out.
Oh, I didn't want to have to pass out in order to see them, but thank you.
I mean, they're brand new, yo. They smell great.
Yeah, that ain't got to do with your feet.
What's wrong with my feet? I've had them on for like 30 minutes. I don't live that far from here.
No, you've had your feet on all your life.
No, I'm talking about in the shoe to smell bad.
Well, it can smell bad before you put it in the shoe.
And then, shampoo.
You've been playing with my dog.
Not barefoot.
Nah, man, he smell like dog now. Man.
Yeah, then his dog fucking bit my damn pinky. Yeah. I'm bleeding.
Yeah, we taught him that.
Yeah. So bite people's pinkies.
Give them a little taste of what they if they try some shit. No, those are fresh kicks, man. Shout out to the people who make it. We're not giving out no free promo. Blur it out.
I actually only buy, or I don't buy Adidas anymore. I usually buy just Nike. Sometimes I get like a New Balance or something like that if I ever get a new sneaker. But the reason I don't buy is because you ever had shell toes?
Yes.
I had shell toes for about 4 years. I might have worn them 3 times. And then that 4th time I put them on, the shell on the toe came apart. So I just stopped buying Adidas.
That's the reason why I don't buy Xbox anymore.
Because the shell on the toe came off?
Yeah. Because the first time I bought the first Xbox, well, my parents bought the first Xbox, and I got the little ring of death. If anybody ever had an Xbox, when it turns on, the little ring on it is normally green. It turned red. And it never worked again. And I was like, yo.
That's a normal thing for it, though, wasn't it? I mean, they had a name for it, the Ring of Death.
Yeah. But I'm saying, because that was my first experience with them, I was like, I'm PlayStation for the rest of my life. I would never buy another Xbox.
The only reason I have an iPhone is because my friend was getting an iPhone 5. He gave me his iPhone 4. Up until that point, I had a Sidekick.
Yeah.
That's why they had the Transformer sound. Which was dope.
Well, the sound you made sounded way more sexual. You like,
whatever that was.
I got into the iPhone game the same way. My sister like gave me one or something, and because I like my whatever phone I had like crashed out. It was something with Metro, but she gave me one to be able to like turn that on instead, and then that's how I transitioned.
Nothing was wrong with my phone. I would have kept it. If he wasn't like, man, step your game up.
Step your game up.
Yeah.
You didn't get no ass.
But if he would have gave me an Android, I'd have an Android right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't like learning new shit.
iPhones, I mean, Apple in general, they definitely lock you in. Like, once you get into the Apple universe, it's hard to get out.
Because you need to buy plugs and you need to buy adapters and
And you've also saved everything in the cloud and in the Apple this and that.
I actually don't. I constantly get the, would you like to purchase more cloud space?
Yeah,
I haven't done that shit in 10 years.
It's full. That's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So if you tried to leave, you would have to get all your shit out the cloud in order to get into Android's universe. That's what I'm saying. They make it hard.
Oh, they don't transfer over? Probably. They probably do, but
I'm sure it's not easy. Yeah, they don't want you to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but either way, speaking of money,
we upgraded. We got another phone.
Yeah,
I think this is an iPhone 10 or 11.
And you say you brought that to take pictures,
just to do little Instagram stories and shit while we do our thing.
While we do our thing sounds crazy.
Absolutely.
We're back to the orgy.
So you can just no, we're not.
Our thing is crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's so dark in here on there.
It looks good on the cameras.
Right.
Because those are all good cameras.
Right.
But this definitely shows the background and how this isn't real.
Yeah. I like doing that. I like people knowing that these are not real bricks. That means they're real bricks.
How many people thought it was just the one person, huh? That we're doing the show with? I don't want to say his name.
Well, he's the only person who admitted it. Somebody else might have thought it, but
man, they got brick back there. And then they saw a crease. Wait a minute. Something don't look right.
You seen a crease. Well, anyways,
did it ever occur to you that we should probably iron the wall?
Nah.
No?
I'm a realist.
I can see it because it's there.
Yeah, I see.
Like,
it.
So when I edit, I'm just like,
oh yeah, I see
damn creases.
But I'm saying, but for me, I'm a realist. Like I don't mind. I like especially as a comedian, I like the fact that
the rawness.
It's a really nice background with that little crease that let you know that that's nice. Y'all almost got me. It ain't quite brick. But every podcast that I've seen that is even successful today, even people who started with a little buzz, a little celebrity, you'll see the difference. If you watch from episode 1 to whatever episode they're on now, you'll see the progression. You'll see.
Oh, yeah. The background.
They look more presentable.
I'm about to say, even the camera view.
The background, the studio set, the microphone, everything upgrades. So like we still early. You know what I'm saying?
I like the You Should Know podcast. You ever seen that?
No, I guess I should know. But I don't.
It's two college roommates that they used to ball. They're both like 6'6", 6'7". They're pretty tall. But the first guy that started it, he's a light-skinned dude. He was at like a kitchen table. Mm-hmm. And then he had people that come by, and he wasn't trying to find a co-host, but then he had his roommate come later in life, and then the episode went so good, he did another one, and then 5 years later, they got 2 million followers and a thing called a Koala Club and all this shit, and everything looks so much better, even the production, everything.
What's the name? Earn Your Leisure. You ever heard that podcast?
Nope. Is that women? I'm not saying that that's bad. I don't really listen.
No, it's actually two guys.
Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah, they talk about like financial stuff or whatever like that, which is transitioning to what we're gonna be talking about today. But they nice little segue. Nice. But they talk about like finances or whatever. But they started with like a cell phone at the kitchen table type thing, and now they have like big festivals like Earn Your Leisure Fest,
where
big celebrities may come talk at it. I mean,
how long they had a podcast for? or whatever they call it. Is it a podcast?
It's a podcast. Yeah. You want me to do my pull out my research tool here?
I mean, mine's is in my hand. What's it called again?
Pause. Okay. I got you.
Speaking of, you're married now. Wait till you have kids, man. It's hard to sleep naked. I don't know why.
What does that have to do?
Because last night I was just like, you know what? We haven't slept naked together in a long time. The only time we get naked is for happy time. So we locked the door and just stripped down and slept naked. And it was the most amazing thing until my son knocked on the door.
They started January 2019.
Oh, so that's brand new too. Yeah. 6 years ago, or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? They kitchen table, cell phone.
I mean, you don't. So the production and the visual and the audio and all that shit. Yes, people want that, but as long as you got good topics, you're talking about good shit. People find you entertaining. They'll watch it.
Speaking of good topics,
I'll watch old movies from like the 70s. And that shit looks like trash. The audio's trash, but the story is just good.
Well, also,
you ever seen Octopussy?
No.
The James Bond?
No.
Have you ever seen James Bond?
No.
None of them?
No.
No 007? Oh, Jesus.
No. I played the game on Nintendo 64, though.
GoldenEye? That was the shit.
What I was about to say, but me and my wife was actually just talking about earlier, movies. You actually never really get the full depth of a movie unless you watch it more than once. And most people only watch a movie one time. Mm-hmm. But movies are so complex. Like all of what the director was trying to convey, you'll never get it in just one sit down and watch. Cause there's movies that she had never saw that I've seen a billion times, and I'm showing her, and even then I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, I never even noticed that. Oh, that's what they said? Oh, okay. That actually makes more sense why this happened.
Same thing with music. I don't understand the lyrics until 10, 15 years later.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I said, really, with all art, like all art, you know, whether it's a book you're reading, a TV show, a movie, a painting, whatever, music, you'll never really fully appreciate it unless you spend time with it over time.
And then it'll always change too. Because now you're older, you're looking at the same shows you were as a kid, like, all right, this is different than what I thought.
Right. Because I think, I don't know if we talk about it on this podcast, but now that I'm married, watching movies and married couples being in it, I connect with it differently. I never really paid attention to their problems, their issue. And it's not even that I'm having their same problems. It's just now that I'm married, it just now hits home. I can now understand more where this married couple is coming from versus when I was single. And I'm just like, okay, you know.
Even just like with Disney movies, all the innuendos that they had that I didn't understand as a kid because I didn't know. But now as an adult, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? What am I letting my kids watch?
Yeah. Disney, they be sliding in there, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
They be getting it in.
You ever seen the dildo on the castle of Little Mermaid on the cover? It was the first cover of the Little Mermaid, like the OG cover. They had one of the towers look like a penis. And then everybody pointed it out. So obviously it looked more like a penis the more you looked at it.
I probably should have looked this up in incognito mode. Is
there a penis in the Little Mermaid? You looking at the picture?
The infamous phallic or dildo castle on the Little Mermaid originated on the original 1990 VHS and movie poster cover.
You see it? You got a picture? What do you think it is? Right?
I mean, that's a stretch.
Yeah.
Pause.
Tall as fuck.
Yeah,
Stop staring at it.
Wait,
Put it away.
No,
Put it away.
I'm trying to find a...
Put it away.
You know, I mean, it could have been somebody trying to be funny and slide it in there, no pun intended. But it also could just be the drawing. Cause, you know.
They didn't think about it till after. Oh, damn. And then they changed it. Probably shouldn't have done that. Just like in Aladdin when, you ever seen Aladdin?
Of course.
Okay. So when he's on the balcony on the carpet and the tiger's trying to mess with him and she's telling the tiger to get away. And then he whispers, don't come too close. But what everybody said was, what he said was, take off your clothes. People just hear what they want.
I'd never heard that before.
Down, kitty. Don't come too close. Don't come too close. But what people said, down, kitty, take off your clothes. Like he was telling Jasmine to take her clothes off.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I've never heard anybody say that besides you. This is my first time ever hearing this.
We live different lives. You didn't know about the dildo. You didn't know about the guy telling Jasmine to take her clothes off.
Why do you know about so much freaky
I don't know.
Disney shit? Only thing I knew about Little Mermaid was a whole new world or whatever. I don't even know what she sung.
You grew up in Georgia, so it was different.
No, a whole new world is Latin. What she sung? On a part of your world, right?
A whole new world.
No, Little Mermaid.
Oh, yeah. A part of your world.
I want to be where the people are.
Yeah.
Looking at.
Wanna see them dancing?
I got the thingamabobber and the whatchamacallit looking at.
Thingamabobber.
So
that was the fork?
Yeah, something like that. So I do want to say that I watch, I'm sure you do as well. We either watch or listen to every episode that we put out. And I do feel like though we have great conversation, I don't know if we ever really talk about a specific topic that we should or should not rethink.
We're all over the place.
So as the producer of this show, I just got hired as the producer. So I'm gonna be sending.
I didn't get that text.
I'm gonna be sending my invoice.
My phone's up
after this. Whoever you've been sending your invoice to for editing, that's what I'm sending.
I'll just text you. Text me right back. I'm always
so I wanted to do a more of a specific topic and say. What are we going to metanoia today, Jerry?
You want me to be a part of this?
Put your hands on your hips like we practiced.
Or nah, Rudy.
So the topic for today would be, I would say finances / budgeting.
Financing and budgeting.
Yeah, because I feel like
financials and budgets,
especially in the church house,
the churches.
A lot of people feel like, and we alluded to this on one episode, but they feel like I don't want to give my money to the church because I see the pastor driving off in his Rolls Royce or whatever, and my lights getting turned off, and they feel that for whatever reason, maybe that when they give money to the church, all of a sudden their lights should be paid. And
was it 10%? Is that what you're tying off for?
So the Bible teaches that you should pay tithe and offering. So tithe.
I thought it was tides. Like water tides.
Yeah, that's plural. But it's still TITHE and then or S if it's plural. But it's tithe.
I thought it was tides, like Tide, the dish soap.
Tithes.
That's not dish soap.
Tithes.
Tithes. Okay. Tithes and offerings.
Right. So tithe is 10%. Offering is anything extra. Mm-hmm. So
lock the doors. That's the extra. We got our tithes. Now what y'all offering? Lock the doors.
Close the doors. But so you paying that tithe, that is a biblical principle, and God does promise that if you do pay your tithe and offering, that he will pour you out a blessing that you don't have room enough to receive. A lot of people feel like that should be a financial blessing. But you have bad budgeting habits. So even if God did overflow you with money, let's say the overflow was money. If he gave it to you,
you'd buy expensive shit you don't need.
Well, you would also blow it, and would you then have to ask yourself, would I rather never have $1 billion, or would I rather have $1 billion and lose it?
Yeah, that's so if you expect a blessing and your blessing is money to be able to pay more bills, all you're gonna do is leave the lights on longer. You have to learn to budget. Right. So budget for what you have now. I don't have shit, so I need to budget for this. And then when I get more, don't change my budgeting. Same. I still have nothing. That's the way you should live your
Yeah,
life.
but people ain't gonna do that though. It goes back to the movie I talked about, The Platform. When I was down here, y'all spit on me. Y'all ate all the food before the platform got to my level. If you never seen The Platform, go look this movie up. But if you remember I talked about this, right? But once it's my turn to be on top, I'm gonna now
fuck everybody down
shit
below.
on the people that's below me. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is what y'all did to me. A lot of people, even wanting to be YouTubers or streamers or whatever, they're trying to get into any industry where I can now get some money and then I can live life how I see everybody else living life.
So how would you change the minds of others to do what they're supposed to do? What ideally everybody should be doing, sharing equally. How would you be able to change the mind of others?
And we're talking about just on like an individual level, not like...
No, I'm talking about you. How would you change the mind of masses? Not everybody on earth, obviously, but...
No, but I'm saying...
Let's say that platform... Was it called Platform?
What?
The movie?
The Platform, yeah.
The Platform. If you were down at the bottom, how could you change everybody's mind? When I get to the top, this is what everything should be for everybody.
Well... It would probably be similar to what the guy in the movie, he attempted to do that. So when he got to the top, this nigga sat on the table, and every level he was like threatening people with a weapon and saying, you only take a little bit. Everybody gonna get some. And yeah, that was and
did it work?
You know, they had to kill some people. Because some people was like, nigga, we finna get this.
I'm hungry.
So yeah, they had to kill some people. But the reason why I asked, was it on an individual level or not? Because are we talking about like trying to affect like governmental change, or just like the minds of individual people who just walk the earth every single day?
You'd have to start small.
Right, okay.
It always starts small.
Pause. So
grower, not a shower.
So grower, not a shower. I start small. So I would say, for one, a long time ago, my dad actually said this. He said that if the government actually used the tithing system, it would be fair for everybody and we would still have enough money. Like if everybody only had to pay 10%.
Oh, you talking about like a tax?
Like as far as taxes.
Yeah.
Versus, this.
You make this much, you got to pay 20. You make this much, you got to pay 5.
Yeah, but if everybody just paid tithe, like it would still be enough money, and it would be fair. So no matter what you make, it's that. But even on a smaller scale, I think people need to be more intentional, including myself. Like I can, like when I was younger, bro, I was so good at saving money, and I'm not talking about because I didn't have bills and stuff. I'm saying even just little knickknacks at the store or whatever. Like there would be times I would go to the store, because when we started like getting allowance and stuff at the house, our parents wouldn't like buy us the little candy or whatever. Like, you got a little money now. When we go to the store, you want to, but I just would not buy nothing just to save them. Because I like the fact that I could look at my little, wherever I was keeping my money, and it's a little $20 bill sitting in there.
Did you save it up for something?
Nah.
You never spent it?
I used to just like having money I can look at of my own.
And you like didn't save up to buy one big thing as opposed to 10 little things? No?
And when I got older, I got bad with it.
Saving?
With saving, budgeting. Like I'm good at doing it. Like I know how to budget. I'm just not good with sticking with it. Cause what has normally gotten me as an adult is I'll be saving money, but I'll be saving money to have a savings. But then there'll be some type of trip that'll come up. Family trip, a cruise, something has come up, and I didn't save for this trip.
But you got it.
But I got a savings.
I got
and then I go on the trip.
Come back broke.
And the savings have replenished, but then I don't have the same discipline. It's almost like you go on a cruise and you eat a bunch of food, and then now it's hard to get back to working out. It's the same thing with the savings. Like I done already went on this splurging for a weekend, and now I got to go back to the discipline, and it's tough. And I get it. Like even me myself, I've never had enough money to buy an expensive car or whatever, but there's definitely a difference in, like, if I'm broke, you can tell, like, people be thinking I'm in the gym because I'm losing weight. I'm like, no, I'm starving. You know what I'm saying? Like, right? You know what I'm saying? I ain't really going places. I ain't really whatever. But if I got
damn,
money,
nigga, you working out? No. Do you have water?
Right. But if I got money, like, I'm gonna be picking up weight, whatever, because I'm gonna be spending it on the bullshit eating or whatever. So I can see. I say that to say I can see how. If somebody got millions of dollars and they've been living in the projects their whole life, they're going to spend it on the things that they desired or they saw the celebrities have. Everybody's going to want that, you know, they're going to want to sit courtside. They're going to want to fly private. They're going to want.
If you could change that mindset, that's the only way. And that mindset would have to be changed from a young point.
But it's
because I was thinking about that the other day. If I started getting money, I'm very live the same life. The thing that I would want is just space. So I want the same house, everything I got.
Right.
Put it on 10 acres, 100 acres, 1,000 acres, whatever.
Right.
I just want space.
Right.
Right. But I'm not gonna go out and buy Lamborghinis and Ferraris and all that because I don't care about that stuff.
Right.
They're nice cars. Don't get me wrong. I might rent one for a weekend.
Right.
But I'm not gonna buy it because it's for what? I don't need that shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking, how can I change that with my kids? Because I told my wife, my kids will never leave the house if they don't want to. They have a forever home.
Right.
If they want to live here until they're 50, whatever. If we raise them right, they should move out on their own when they're ready.
Right.
But I'm not going to force them to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if they did live with me, what would I expect of them? And then if I pass, if I die, they get a what's it called? Life insurance or something. Mm-hmm. Will they fuck it up? Or will they continue living this minimalist life?
Do you teach your kids, or I guess not Chunky because he's young, but have you taught about budgeting and stuff?
All that stuff, yeah.
So
she's at the point where you are when you was a kid. Oh, I don't want to buy that. Right. I like having money.
Right.
But what do you need money for? That was my next question to her was, what do you need the money for?
Right.
Well, just in case I want something. So you're saving up for something big.
Right.
That was my question. She said, no, not really. What if I want something later? It's like, you're always going to want something later. Mm. Why are you saving the money? Mm. And she started thinking, and she couldn't come up with an answer. Mm. Matter of fact, I need to ask her again if she thought about it more, because that was probably a month ago that I talked to her about it.
Right.
But she's like that. She always has food, so she don't have to worry about it. She always has clothes to put on her back. She ain't got to worry about it.
Right.
But if something were to happen where we lost everything, how would she act? I have no idea.
But see, I think that right there is the what they call in church the trick of the enemy is when they say, like, when they feel like the devil's getting over on you. Because just like a child, up until a certain point, my parents pay for everything. So I may know that something costs money because I'm standing in line with you at the grocery store as you're handing the cashier money, but I don't know how much it costs. I don't know where money comes from. I don't know, I don't know how it works, whatever. Mm-hmm. So then it gets to a certain point where I'm now receiving money. And even as a child, I subconsciously know that I don't have to buy everything because I know that you as my parents, you're still gonna buy me clothes, you're still gonna buy me food, whatever. So I can technically just keep this money, but many adults, just like a child, when you first get money for the first time, you don't know what to do with it. You feel what I'm saying? That's why when you're asking her that, she doesn't have a plan. You ask me, did I have a plan? I didn't have a plan. I'm now getting money, so this is new to me. I don't even know what I should do with this. And a lot of adults are getting that same position, and that's why they end up blowing it, or even if they don't, throw it all away, they squander a lot of it before they become responsible with it because you've been in poverty or middle class your whole life, and you wasn't taught how money works, how investments work, how savings work, whatever the case may be. It's just, I got money now. I always wanted to eat, surf and turf. I always wanted a Lamborghini. I always wanted to buy my mom a house and put it on Instagram. And so you just start doing it. You feel what I'm saying? Not even really having a plan.
Okay, so with that, I just thought, what if this is the way that you teach them? You're an adult, you have bills, you're budgeting because people need to survive in this house.
Right.
If you brought your kids into the finances, meaning this is what dad makes.
Right.
This is how much all the bills are. This is the way that I budget. But now with that, you're showing your kids how much money you make, which a lot of people, especially in our community, they don't want us doing that. Don't worry about how we pay the bills. Just know that the bills are paid. Yeah. That's how I grew up.
Definitely.
But if my dad showed me I make $5,000 a month and $2,000 of it goes to bills or to the house, 1,000 goes to miscellaneous bills, and then we have this left over. That's where you get your shoes, your socks, your shampoo, whatever. If he would have showed me that from a young age, I would have knew what budgeting was. But nobody wants to share that information.
Yeah, I think they also think kids talk too much. See, a lot of times, black people,
yeah,
even
you're gonna tell my business to somebody else.
Right. You're gonna be in the man. My daddy made $5,000 a month.
My dad only makes $4,000. What, you guys are rich?
And he $2,000 in bills.
Right. But there's no other way to show them without example, because you can tell them whatever you want to.
For sure. But a lot of times the adults don't have the education. They just know, like, okay, it's the simple math. This costs $2,000. I made $5,000. I got $3,000 left over. Not, this is how we budget for now to invest in this later, which then this will create generational wealth later down the line. You feel what I'm saying?
See, that would come into play. So I've never learned how to budget. I have to teach myself and then teach my kids.
Yeah.
But there's so much information that you can get on budgeting now. It should be relatively easy. Even homeless people got cell phones. They can get on Google and figure out, how do I get into a house and out of this tent? Right. You know what I mean? ChatGPT be like, nigga, first you need to get a job. Second, you need to budget. And third, you know what I mean?
But I think it's the metanoia of the whole thing. I think it's hard for people to rethink something when you're in the current situation. Like, so if I'm sleeping outside in the rain and I'm hungry, it's hard for somebody to give me a $20 bill and me to think about, let me save some of this so I can eventually get into a house. It's going to be, let me solve all of my problems tonight. McDonald's burger, beer, cigarettes.
Methamphetamine.
You feel what I mean? Right? You feel what I'm saying? I'm good for the night. I'll dry off and figure it out. It's hard when you're in the shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, because us as humans, we're already, most humans are not disciplined. Like, discipline a lot of times is instilled in people. Even if you're a hard worker, even just say like a Kevin Hart, he talks about all the time, like, he got his humor from his dad, but he got his hard work from his mom because she was so strict on him. She, like, her being strict on him to try to keep him from being in the streets taught him how to stick to a strict schedule, even when you don't feel like it. So yes, that might have been in him, but his mom being the way that she was, you could either say instilled it in him even more or brought it out of him even more. Either way, most humans aren't just built that way. You just wake up and just go, just discipline. That's why, there's so many rules and laws, and even, in the Bible, there's, all of these different things that we're told not to do, we actually want to do. It's the easier way out.
Well, most of the times that we talk about stuff and making change, we always revert back to the kids. The only way to make change is by the adults telling the children what to do, so then the children know what to do when they're adults.
Yeah, but the scary part is, because quick side note, I chose the teaching job over the jail job. But I told you. But even as a teacher, I've thought about, like, no matter what I teach them in the classroom, they still have to go home and deal with the influence of the adults at the house.
But you also got to remember now, social media. I'm portraying a life I'm not really living, but you see it as, oh, I want to live that life. So as soon as you get a little change, I want to buy the car that he's driving. I want to buy the house that he's living in. I want to buy the clothes that he's wearing.
Right. But what I'm saying is, but if I'm at school and I'm teaching these kids, don't get caught up in what you see on social media, but then they go home and their parents are caught up on social media.
Mm-hmm. That's what they're learning. That's what I'm saying. The adults have to teach the kids, but all the adults.
Right. But I guess what I'm saying is, but then where, at what point do we try to influence the adults as well? Because, or at least the adults that have children, because once again, me as a teacher, I can teach whatever I want to these kids while they're with me. But when they go home, their parent is going to be their parent the rest of their life. I'll be their teacher for a school year. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, I can plant the seed, but that seed is going in some pretty tough soil without that kid getting, constant watering from adults that's in the right direction. Because most adults are caught up in the social media realm. We want what we see, you know what I'm saying, on social media
like
as well.
One.
Right.
I'm saying, man, hey, share this with people. Get your mind right. Because a lot of podcasts too are just negative.
But because that's what sells.
Yeah. Let's talk about how hard it is to be in relationships. Let's talk about how hard it is. How hard is this? How do you make money? How do you do this? But nobody's coming up with a solution to just change your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we have Metanoia Or Nah,
right,
because we're number one. And then you have one that's The Diary of a CEO. You ever seen that?
No.
It's a guy, I think he's from Britain, something like that. He has an accent. But anyway, he talks to scholars and scientists and financial people and all this shit. And he asks questions that you and I would ask.
Right.
Okay, I have a $80,000 budget that I'm trying to open up a studio. How do I handle that $80,000 budget? And they break it down. Boom, boom, boom. Do this, this, and this, and everything will work out for you.
Right.
And then they'll tell you in the midst of that, but you have to budget. You have to be clear-headed. You can't. I see the guy with the Lambo. You can't want that. Because all that shit, if you really want it, it'll come later. Mm-hmm. But not later, okay, I have $100,000. The car costs $100,000. Let me go spend it. No, I have $200 million. The car costs $100,000. Let me get it now.
Right.
Because I have a lot of backup. You know what I'm saying? So those type of podcasts don't exist. A lot of them don't exist. But the people that do watch that are doing great because they're actually taking it in. A lot of people don't want to live that life. They want to live just quick, fast, in the moment.
But let me ask you this. What is the balance, if there even is one, when it comes down to people who post their luxury on social media? Like, should you just buy the luxury and not show anybody, or should you show people? Because a lot of people would argue, I post this to try to, encourage people that you can have this lifestyle too. But I feel personally that it just makes a lot of people, even if not jealous, but envious or even desiring that. And that's the only reason they can see money for. I don't. So what I mean, what do you?
I've told you before that people's lives are based off of tangibles, and they should not be.
Right.
Your life should be based off of life and love. That's it. So how can I live a great life to have a great family, to have love? That's it.
But people don't feel like they can live a great life without the tangibles, though.
No. They're looking. Like you said, the people posting a Lamborghini truck. You can do well and get one of these. I'd rather post a family. You can do well and get you one of these. A happy family.
Right. But that comes with like responsibility and stuff.
Everything comes with responsibility.
I'm saying, but the Lambo.
Responsibility. You got to get the oil change. You got to check the tires. If you get in an accident, do you have insurance?
Yeah, but you can pay people for that. Huh? You can pay people for that. You can't pay somebody.
Yeah, but you can say that just about anything. Anything you see online is fake.
No, but I'm saying, but with the healthy family, that's because you're present and you're putting in the work to make sure that family's healthy. You don't have to get under the hood of a Lambo. You can just pay somebody to fix it.
But the healthy family, I'm saying you post the healthy family online as opposed to the Lambo.
No. I agree with you saying that's what they should post. What I'm saying is most people don't want the healthy family because that comes with work. Like, if I had to fix my own Lamborghini.
I see what you're saying. But, okay, so you have to work to get the Lamborghini. You don't have to work to have a happy family.
But okay.
Because you can be a happy family and poor. Right.
But let's say if I'm a rapper, right? And work for me is going to the studio, posting stuff on Instagram, promoting myself, whatever, doing small shows here, whatever. I'm smoking weed all night. This is a lifestyle that I love, and it's work. Versus with a family, being there for your kids, being there for your wife, emotionally, whatever, as well as doing whatever the work is that you're doing to provide for them. That's a different. That's why way more people will have a baby with somebody than actually marry them. It's a stupid concept, but that's because sex can lead to a baby, but being married, as we both know, it takes work. And most people don't want to have to do something that's like it's an everyday effort. It's more of I want to do this that will bring me this certain amount of money so I can live this type of lifestyle.
Rich people are trying to keep poor people poor. What I mean by that is rappers and all that, they show all this luxury. You need this in your life. You need to have a big crib, nice cars, money in your, doing this stupid shit that the rappers do. You need to have all those things. That's the only way to be successful, because rich people want to see poor people poor all the time. Then you get people like J. Cole. He thought he needed to do all that. Then he got rid of all that. Was like, nah, I just want to live my life and just be a good person. And then now people are like, oh, you're a clown. You're rich and you're driving a Honda. He's so I have money, but this is reliable.
Right.
This is my life.
Right.
And then you have another one like down on Birdman. He's buying fucking Bentleys and Rolls Royces every other day just to show that lifestyle of this is what you need to be happy. But meanwhile, they're both rich.
Right.
J. Cole's living an easy life because he's rich,
right?
Because he has money. He doesn't have to worry about food and all that. But he's more promoting life as opposed to Birdman. He's promoting tangibles, items.
Right. But I think, so going back to your question, what would I tell people as far as advice when it comes down to this whole money thing? Number one, I think whatever financial situation you're in, I think budgeting is very, very important. But also, I think you have to, if you are a person who desires a large amount of money, you have to check your motives of why you want it. Because J. Cole as well as Birdman are both rich. So they both can make the free choice to either dress in pajamas or dress in jewelry. And it won't matter because they both live.
Just jewelry?
Huh?
Man, they need to put like a suit on or something under the jewelry. That'd be weird. But does your chain hang low? It has to. I'm naked. Otherwise, you see everything.
Birdman's he has a lot of tattoos. He's technically covered, sleeved up. But you could choose either one, but you're still going. You're still crying in a Maybach at the end of the day on your worst day. You're still wiping your tears with $100 bills. Both of y'all, regardless of how you decide to dress. But for people who are not in that financial situation, their whole goal is still going to be, let me get in that financial situation and then I can decide if I want to go the humble approach or the flashy approach. But people still want the money. But once again, my question or my suggestion would be to check your motive of why you want the money. Because going back to Soraya as well as me being a child, we're getting this money and we have no plan. I just like the fact that I got this money. And that's almost even a dangerous place to be, especially as an adult, because if you just like making more money, you'll get to a point where you'll do whatever it takes to see more of it, even if it's not moral. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying you may kill somebody, but you may fuck over somebody, and I don't know them like that. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get
every billionaire had to do dirt to be a billionaire,
and it's and you so.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. It was coming. I just builded it up.
Allergic to billionaires
from my naked feet.
So. I think it starts with your motive. Why do you want this money? Why do you want the big house? Why do you want the Rolls Royce?
If you ask anybody that, majority of the answers will be because I need it.
Yeah.
Why do you want this big house? Because I need a house to live in. No, but why the big one? Why not the little one? That's another thing too. Starter homes. I hate that term. Mm-hmm. This is a starter home. So once you get here, then you save enough money, you can get a bigger house. Why I can't just live in this 2-bedroom? I got one kid and me and my wife. This can be a forever home. It's a roof over my head. I'm not cold. I'm not hot.
Yeah.
I got a refrigerator for food. I think that's why I'm saying rich people want to see poor people poor all the time. Because now I lived in this small house. I buy a bigger house, but now I have zero money every month because all my money goes to bills. Mm-hmm. If I would have stayed in the old house, I'd have half of that money saved up every year. So if I made $100 grand, I'd have 50 grand at the end of every year because that's all the bills was 50. Now I spend 100,
right?
And then at fucking Christmas and New Year's, I'm not doing nothing because I ain't got the money to spend.
But so going back to budgeting, a lot of people, to your point, they want to get the luxury stuff and because they have just enough to be able to buy it, but they can't really afford it. You can't even pay for this and be able to save. And the shout out to Jamal King. He has his book 9 to 5 Millionaire. He the smartest starter home, if you will, situation I've ever heard was when him and his wife got married. They used the money that they saved to purchase a property, but it was an investment property, and that was the starter home. And then
for that purpose, though, for an investment,
for the investment. So they got it for the investment to flip it. And once they were making money from the property every month from whoever was renting it out, the money they saved from that then paid for their actual home. So they didn't. So and that's still the home they still are building onto and still living into this day. But to your point, they never bought a starter home like we're gonna live here and then we'll move somewhere else. Their starter home was an investment property. They were still crashing.
They did it on purpose, yeah.
Right, they were still crashing with his parents or whatever.
But somebody will buy a 1,200 square foot house and out of their friends' mouths or family's mouths, oh, that's a great starter home.
No, for sure. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he did it, I think, a smarter way. Like most people, to your point, will buy a house to live in but then want to move to a bigger one later. They bought a house to never with the purpose of living in it, always for the purpose of making money off of it. And that house, instead of our jobs having to pay for the house that we want, this property will pay for the house that we want, and then our jobs we can still save that money.
See, and that's another thing. Another thing too is that people will always tell me if you buy that car, it depreciates as soon as it leaves the lot. You've heard that, right?
Right.
Why am I buying a car and giving a fuck if it depreciates or not? I'm buying a car because I need a car. I need to get from here to there and there to there. That's the reason I bought it.
Right.
I'm not thinking about reselling. That's how my mind works.
Right.
I don't buy shit to resell. So there's a kid actually, he's one of my students now, he's a realtor. And he told me, I told him that I live in New Tampa because he has a thing on the side of his car that says New Tampa Realty. And I was like, I live in New Tampa. He's like, you thinking about selling your house? I was like, nah. He's like, man, if you sell it now because the market's going to crash. I was like, I don't give a shit if the market crashes. I'm living in that house.
Right.
If my house is worth $1 or $1 million, I'm still going to live in that house. I don't care what it's worth. I'm not trying to sell it. I didn't buy a house to sell it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just like my car is a 98. If I wanted something brand new, I wouldn't think buy something brand new and then it's going to depreciate, then buy something else brand new just to keep up with the Joneses. I ain't doing that shit.
So you more or less, you want to buy a car in 98 and be able to drive it into 2098.
Till the wheels fall off.
Right.
Yes. Like Rowan's Camry, she had that 11 years. Then the transmission blew up. So that's the only reason that we got a new car.
Right.
I could have put a new transmission in it, but that time being down, that car's been so old, ran through, you know what I'm saying? The kids got chocolate on the roof. I don't know how the hell they did that. You know what I'm saying? It was just an old raggedy ass car. Let me get something better for the family. So that's why I got a new one. That's the only reason.
Right.
But I didn't buy the new one thinking, damn, we're going to have to upgrade in 10 years. I'm hoping that shit lasts 30.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The kids can drive it.
I don't care. We become millionaires, bro. We become millionaires. Even, I think I said this before, but I told her if we hit the lottery for $1 billion, what kind of car you want? And she said a brand new 2023 or whenever I asked her this, Toyota Camry. I said, but we're billionaires.
Right.
And you want a Toyota Camry. She was like, yeah, what would you want? I said, a Nissan. She said, see? I said, yeah, but a Nissan Skyline is different. It's like $100,000 car. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's not a person that needs all the fancy shit.
Right.
She'll appreciate whatever I get her, whether it's from the dollar store or from Saks.
Right.
Is that what it's called?
Sure.
Yeah, Saks Fifth Avenue.
Yeah, there you go.
Whatever. But she doesn't care because she wasn't raised to want all the extra shit.
Right.
Now, she did grow up with money. She never went to bed hungry. She had her own room for her whole life. I didn't have that. Which reminds me, I shared a room my entire life.
That doesn't mean that she grew up with money.
I ate Vienna sausages out of a can, and she said, ugh, aren't you going to cook it?
Right. No, I got that part. But I'm saying...
She grew up with money.
Right. But I'm saying, but just because somebody never went to bed hungry doesn't mean that they were rich.
No, she grew up with money is what I said. I didn't say she was rich.
Well, grew up with money sounds like rich.
She grew up with money.
I never went to bed hungry as a child.
You grew up with money.
I didn't grow up with money, no. We were middle class.
You grew up with money.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Like, I grew up, some nights I went to bed hungry.
Yeah.
We didn't grow up with money because we were poor.
Right, but I'm saying, but there's a scale, and it doesn't jump straight from poor to rich, is what I'm saying. Like,
no, but having money is not rich. That's how I look at it.
Well, in the black culture in the South,
That's what I'm trying to change. So I'm
in
saying
the black culture in the South, when you say somebody grew up with money, you're saying that
I'm trying to change minds.
they were rich.
I'm trying to change minds. I'm trying to change your mind. Yeah, everybody's minds. I'm trying to change your mind, and you're battling back on it.
I don't think because growing up with money, I'm just saying. I'm saying she obviously wasn't poor for sure, but it doesn't mean that she was rich just because she had her own room and didn't go home.
Said rich. Grew up with money.
Grow with money means rich.
Nope. Grow up with money means you never went to bed hungry. You always had a roof over your head and clothes on your back. That's grow with money.
No. Mm-hmm. I know poor people in that situation right now.
That never went to bed hungry?
They eat every night because of food stamps. They got a roof over their head. And
so then they grow with money.
They don't have their own room, but
well then they grow with money.
They got 2 out of 3.
You gotta have them all. I shared a room my whole life. We had a room. It was 4 of us. We shared a room. Then we had another house. Me and my brother shared a room. And then I joined the military. I shared a room. Then I went to jail. I shared a room. And then I got married. Now I'm sharing a room. I've never had my own room. That sucks.
Become a famous comedian and go on the road and share a room with me.
I'm gonna always be sharing a room, yo.
Speaking of famous comedians, shout out to my boy Marcelo Hernandez. This nigga.
Oh yeah, he did the
hosted the ESPYs.
Yeah,
I'm like, I said my boy is famous.
Good job, bro.
So shout out to you, bro.
I'm really Hispanic too.
I'm really proud of it. Yeah, like I said, this is a guy who I actually saw get it out the mud, and he's actually funny. You know, a lot of times you see niggas blow up and you be like, how this trash ass nigga make it? But he's actually hilarious. So shout out.
Yeah, he's good. He's young too, isn't he? Like 33?
Yeah, no. He's not even in his 30s. No. Because when I met him, he was just turning 21, and that was like 2018.
And you was how old? Almost.
I was like 28 or something. Or 20,
okay.
Yeah.
So 7 years younger than you. He'd be about 29 now.
Yeah, he probably pushing 30, but not. Yeah, he probably definitely still in his 20s.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Well, they had that movie. That movie comes out too with him, Cam, and
Kevin Hart. On Netflix, 72 hours. Yeah, he pop it off, man. I'm happy for him.
Good job, Marcelo.
I told you he came to the Hard Rock Casino here. I couldn't even afford to go see him.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
I was like, nigga, I'm like, your cheapest ticket's $300.
Did you hit him up? Not for a ticket. Just hit him up like, hey, welcome to Tampa, man. If you want to come grab some dinner. No,
man.
I did that with my boy. He tours with Nate Jackson. Shout out Trenton Cotton. You're doing fantastic.
Racist.
He's black.
I know.
From Colorado. That's one of his things too, that he tells people, yeah, they got black people in Colorado. But they're actually in like Australia or some shit now. New Zealand, Australia, they're doing that whole tour. And he was saying, I told him the other day, whenever you come through here, man, you need to come out of the crib and kick it. He was like, yeah, whenever I come through, we'll do like lunch or we'll do comedy. You can come do some. I was like, nah, I don't care about doing the comedy.
Right.
Come by the house and just hang out.
Right.
Just eat. Talk about nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of shit I like to do with people I know. Yeah. Now that you're famous and all this shit, you're not famous to me. Right. You're just Trent. You're Mike's little brother. Like, you know what I mean?
No, but see, with Marcelo, he is we're good friends in the comedy world. We're not good friends outside of comedy. So like, like you and I, different other people, like I have a relationship with you even outside of comedy. We can hit each other up and it has nothing to do with comedy. With me and him,
it was usually comedy.
It was always comedy. I've never met his parents, never met mine. We've never been invited over for Thanksgiving dinner or whatever. But he definitely knew if I ever had a show going on, it's been plenty of times, or he just found out I'm hosting a show. He'll just text me like, yo, you got any room for me? I'm like, bro, I always got room for you. Just pull up. And we've done plenty of shows together. So we're just really close in that aspect. So like when he first got on SNL, that was like the last time I hit him up saying, yo, I'm proud of you, whatever like that. He texted me back, yo, appreciate it, et cetera, et cetera. And then I just kind of left it at that. Cause for me, I already know that a lot of people are already blowing your shit up. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey man, can I get on? Hey man, can I get on?
I don't even, if our paths cross and it happens organically, it'll happen. But if not, bro, ride the success train, and I'll,
That's another thing too, going back to the budgeting and all that shit, trying to keep up with the Joneses. So your boy makes it, you try to ride your boys back going to the top.
Right.
As opposed to taking your own path.
Right.
So now my boy got 30,000 square foot home and I'm still living in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
But we started at the same time. That whole jealousy aspect comes into it, right? So now when I make it, I have to do better than him.
Right.
So now I'm buying shit I don't need just to prove to him I can do it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the even worse part is you can have that too if you can create a plan, a budget, and stick to it. See, the us as humans, let's say, okay, there's nothing wrong with desiring a mansion and a Lamborghini or whatever. But you only want to go about it the quickest way. Like, okay, you made $1 million from doing skits, so I'm going to do skits so I can make $1 million. Mm-hmm. It's not even about, this is my perspective comedically and I want to share it with the world. Or people may be going through something and they may search the internet for a good laugh and I want to provide that for them. It's Country Wayne making this much doing skits or whatever. I'm going to start doing skits so I can do that. Tyler Perry made movies, got his own studio, so I'm going to make movies. It's in every industry, we always see what's the highest paid or whatever of that and how can I make it to that for the purpose of making the money versus...
That's just following a niche.
But that's what we do though.
Yeah.
That's the human, because I remember some years back, I was teaching Bible study at church, right? And in a nutshell, I was making the comparison, like there's a scripture that talks about all of the luxury stuff that's in heaven. We've talked about this before, the streets of gold, all these different types of jewels and, whatever is all in there.
72 virgins.
I don't know about all that, but
it's a different religion.
Why do you need 72 virgins in heaven? Are you trying to take all their virginities? Like what's happening here?
Why 72?
Right. And I was comparing that saying like, to everything we have here on earth, saying like, if you don't mind living a humble life here and just serving God, like he has the luxury for you on the other side. And a minister, not even just a Christian, a preacher of the word of God spoke up. And I'm going to say they, because I don't want to say he or she, because then it'll give away who. But if anybody goes to the church and watches this, but they said, I don't want to wait till I get to heaven.
I want it now.
I want it here on earth. I don't want to wait. And I wasn't even saying you had to be in a homeless shelter. I just said just living a modest, content, humble life. Because even if you don't get all of that luxury stuff here, God has it for you on the other side. And you'll have it for all eternity. And they was like, nah. So I'm saying that to say, once again, let's say it's nothing wrong with desiring luxury. But how you go about getting it, or the reason why you don't have it, is not necessarily because you gave all your money to the church and the preacher drove off, which, in his Lamborghini. It ain't because, even the rich people trying to hold the poor people down or whatever. You have to be disciplined enough to come up with a plan.
Strong
and
arm
to be
robbery.
able to stick with that plan. And even if it takes 20 years, riding it out. Like some people, they save up, they do a 20-year career in the military, whatever, they save whatever. And then once they retire, you like, dang, man, you had this big old house and all these. They didn't get that just from military money, but they used that leverage to invest in something. They had a plan. There was a structure. You can be in the military and do 20 years and still be broke when you get out. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Because
there's a lot of athletes that do that. You make $20 million and then when you get out of the league, you're broke.
Because when you was in there,
budget.
All you thought about was, this is all the stuff I want to buy for myself. This is all the stuff I want to buy
jewelry,
for my family.
Women,
this all the stuff I want to buy for all my homeboys. Because I told y'all once, I'm on, we all on. Mm-hmm. We popping bottles. We in the strip club throwing $600,000. And you don't even realize
when I'm on, we all on. But it's gonna be Walmart shirts, bottled waters. Like we gonna be modestly on.
Yeah. I even think about that, how my position has changed even with comedy. Like when I first started comedy, I never thought I would be a comedian, but I definitely was like, in 5 years, like I'm talking 5 years from the start date of me doing comedy, 5 years in, I'll be in arenas. But I'm thinking like that because I'm thinking that's how much money I'm going to be making. Not that's how much impact or whatever. It's like, man, I'm being in arenas selling these bitches
manifesting.
out. And it's been 10 years. I ain't been in an arena yet. But,
your time will come.
But what I'm saying, but now I understand that people are really in some dark places. Like, there is some wild shit that happens on planet Earth. Mm-hmm. Like,
you can see a lot more of it because of the internet.
People be going through some stuff. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about everybody else, but I know with me, anytime I'm down in the dumps, if you will, I'm always looking for humor to try to uplift me. Even when I go to, comedy shows, I do crowd work, and I've been talking to people and they tell me, oh, earlier today, I was thinking about committing suicide. Earlier today, my dad died. Earlier today, whatever. And then I be thinking,
where are you doing shows at, bro?
Right here in Tampa. Right here in Tampa. You perform in front of the same people. You just don't do as much crowd work as me, so you don't get to. I'm getting up in there, but they telling me this in real time, so it's helping me to understand. Like, okay, man, these people need to laugh. Like, you actually need to have a good time. You feel what I'm saying? And it stopped being about money. Like, one of my biggest fears, even about going into this teaching job, is I'm understanding how selfless I'm going to have to be being a teacher. But there's a lot of selfish ambition in me, because even like when I was doing the podcast class, it was the very last class, and I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but I got an offer to go host for somebody at one of the comedy clubs or whatever. And it was the same night as I was supposed to do the last class with the kids. Man, I was saying the hell with them kids. I was trying to go do that spot. Yeah, you want to hold? I don't even know the person. I think it was a person you told me about before. His name was Chappelle. First name Chappelle something.
Oh, Chappelle Lacey.
Chappelle Lacey. It was the host for him or feature for him or something like that. Because my boy Chris Renoir, he was supposed to be on the show, but he had another gig somewhere else, couldn't make it. He was like, "Yo, you still in Tampa? Yeah. Yo, you want to blah blah blah?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, fuck them kids." But then it ended up not working out. But I felt God tell me like if you gonna work with kids, you can't ever leave these kids hanging for your own selfish desire.
That happened to me, was it Thursday? Tuesday. I had a show in Orlando. Mm-hmm. And my nephew called me on Monday talking about, "Hey, I'm in town. You want to hang out tomorrow?" Yes, absolutely. Hey, I can't make it to the show. And then when I was with my nephew, "Yo, man, what about? I haven't seen you in so long. How you been?" We were all just hanging out. He's like, "Man, thank you for hanging out with me." I was like, "Yeah, of course. Anytime you call, man, I'm down." He's like, "Yeah, I figured you had to work. I know you're doing comedy and stuff." I was like, "Yeah, I had a show, but I just canceled." He's like, "You canceled the show for me?" I was like, "Yeah, you're way more important."
How old is your nephew?
He is 14. Oh, 14. Wow. Yeah. But he lives in Connecticut. His dad lives here in Tampa, so whenever he's in town, he tries to hit me up. But he always hits me up at the fucking last minute.
You was getting paid for the show?
Yeah.
How much?
Not a lot, $20, $30 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, even still, if I would have got paid $1 million, I don't care. Family is what's important to me.
Yeah, I don't believe that $1 million shit.
I'm just saying, family is what's important.
You say what you want. If it was if you was on the Netflix live finale of Funny AF.
Now with something like that, all right. So something like that, I'm getting paid. I'm about to be exposed. I'd have been like, "Nah, come with me to the show, and then we'll hang out."
He ain't got no more tickets. He can't go. Yeah, watch live and vote for me.
Nah,
a big unk. I want you to love me.
Family's what's important, man. I'm telling you.
No, but none of these kids is my family.
No, but I'm just saying, the way that you handle your lifestyle, be it the way that you're impacted on other people, or your impact on other people,
right,
versus trying to help yourself,
right.
So if you're way more impactful on other people, in my eyes, you're more successful than being a millionaire, because you're successful in life and living life, as opposed to just having a bunch of money at home bored by yourself eating tricks.
I think he's about to knock on this door. I think the septic tank guy's here. Hold on 1 second. We are cutting off episode 1. We've done this before a couple episodes ago where we talked for like 2 hours. So we're just going to break it in half.
Hours.
So you see him still in that outfit, me still in this outfit. It's because it was cut.
2 long
in
hours.
Half, okay. So this is where we're cutting part 1. Come back next week for part 2.
Word.